Welcome to the Sancton Group. Founded by Stanley Norman Sancton in St. John, New Brunswick in 1910, the Sancton Group is a four-generation, family-owned and operated company with divisions operating as Sancton Equipment and Sancton Access. Sancton Access is one of Atlantic Canada's most trusted access contractors who supply, rent, and install scaffolding and other access-related products. We've accomplished exciting and intricate projects for industrial, institutional, and commercial clients throughout Atlantic Canada. Sancton Equipment focuses on the aggregate and paving industry with sales, parts supply, and service for customers throughout Eastern Canada. Above all, on all of our projects and locations, health and safety is our top priority.
The Wade Thompson Group is a proud sponsor of the Boys and Girls Div 1 Provincial Championships hosted at Horton and at Dalhousie this year. Wade Thompson Group provides personalized investment and total wealth planning that brings your vision to life. Check them out today.
High-Powered Customs, aka the people that made these sweaters, are the perfect example of why you don't support local because it feels good, but because they have amazing products, a story worth telling, and are central within our community. The team at High-Powered Custom is central within our community and sees so much of their clothing on local sports teams and within local charities. Make sure to go give them a follow so you see their story and reach out if you ever need any kind of merch for your business or organization. And make sure you go support local today.
The Wade Thompson Group is a proud sponsor of the Boys and Girls Div 1 Provincial Championships hosted at Horton and at Dalhousie this year. Wade Thompson Group provides personalized investment and total wealth planning that brings your vision to life. Check them out today.
High-Powered Customs, aka the people that made these sweaters, are the perfect example of why you don't support local because it feels good, but because they have amazing products, a story worth telling, and are central within our community. The team at High-Powered Custom is central within our community and sees so much of their clothing on local sports teams and within local charities. Make sure to go give them a follow so that you see their story and reach out if you ever need any kind of merch for your business or organization. And make sure you go support local today.
Now that there's Wi-Fi, I can listen to music. At least make the day go by better.
I went home yesterday, ate food, and I was completely knocked out. I ended up like every day morning.
Yeah.
Like so exhausted.
Between CPA and Low Max Grammar. CPA fans, let's hear you. Number 3, Gabriella. Number 4, Brooke Berry. Number 7, Julia Sampson. Number 8, Ruby Jones. Number 9, Abby Sankton. 11, Victoria
And welcome everyone to the final leg of our journey for this D1 Girls Basketball Provincials. This is an early one, 8 o'clock a.m. start time with Halifax Grammar and CP Allen competing in the bronze medal semifinal game. So the winner of this game will move on to the bronze medal game that will start at 2 o'clock p.m. So a lot at stake for both teams. CPA coming into this after I lost to Horton, and Horton punched their ticket into the gold medal game, playing against Halifax West, which is an exact rematch of last year's Provincials. As we have the opening tip to start. Abby Sankton, the sister to Molly Sankton, who just got the ball for a moment. They'll get it back and open. Off the glass and no. Rebounded by Fournier Smith. The kick out to Ella Hoyt. That is pure, and Hoyt has had a tremendous tournament, including one of the best individual games point-wise a game ago.
Yeah, that's right, Connor. She had 34 points, the most points of any player so far this weekend in this last matchup they had yesterday. They absolutely dominated the Griffins, yes.
Yep.
So many birds this weekend, hard to keep track of which one is which.
I believe the last game Grammar played, they dropped 103 points. One team that's been able to hit the century mark in this game. When we talk about CPA, they have a lot of different types of talent. Rohi Choi being one of them. Julia Sampson is a 25-26 SMU Huskies recruit. So there'll be some players to watch out for as Hoyt trying to drive and establish herself early. Hoyt gets it back. The runner is good.
She's got all the points so far for Grammar.
Hoyt not only a tremendous scorer, but a passer. Hasn't committed to his school yet, to our knowledge, but that'll be sure in the near future. Ferron loses control of it on the way up. Still no points yet for the Cheetahs. A little bit of a quick turnaround for them. They had to play the last game that started at 4 o'clock against Horton. As the shot just comes up a little bit shy for Fournier Smith. The shot gets wedged up as Blondin a little surprised by that.
John Vieira, interim head coach today for the Cheetahs after Matt McDonald received a 2-game suspension. Give the ref the ball there. Knock it out of the rim.
Lily Blondin, too, number 14 for the Cheetahs. She has been a aggressive player on the boards, rebounding-wise, and she's someone to watch out for this team, as she's a big part of what they do offensively, as well as provide a lot of grit for this team overall. And the shot just comes up short for Choi. Nothing yet to fall for CP Allen. Abby Sankton out to Hoyt. Pass it around the horn to Molly Sankton. That's good. The triple buried. And after a 7-0 start for Halifax Grammar, a timeout taken by CP Allen. And with the timeout taken, we'll take it as well. You have Halifax Grammar humming early. Now the timeout taken quickly by CPA because of the 7-0 start from Halifax Grammar. Capped off by the first three-point make by Molly Sankton that led to the timeout. And that's what makes this team dangerous for Halifax Grammar. That first game that they lost to CPA in day one of the tournament, none of the shots were falling for Molly Sankton, Abby Sankton. Just none of the others were able to get it done besides Ella Hoyt. And when Ella Hoyt gets all the contributions from other players, it makes all the difference in the world for this Halifax Grammar team. The Cheetahs have taken about 5 shots and have not made any of them. Almost 3 minutes have passed and no score on the board for CPA. Leah Joy Legier on the floor. Molly Sankton trying to go back to back. Gets the friendly roll from the top of the key.
And that duo of Ella Hoyt and Molly Sankton is just clicking so far. 10-0. Cheetahs look absolutely stunned. Great play there.
And Hoyt gets a steal. A chance to keep it going, but a travel from Legier that kills momentum. And that's what Ella Hoyt's not talked about as much, her defensive ability. She is a tall guard for her size, so she's able to get a lot of steals, deflections, and go on the other end to set up her teammates or take it herself all the way up to the cup. Great play.
What a play.
Extra effort too. Molly Sankton, who's already up to 8 points, but that was all because of the play from Legier. A 12-0 start for Halifax Grammar. The Cheetahs desperately need a basket. Sampson trying to go with it, denied.
I would have never predicted one of the highlights of the weekend happening at 8 in the morning. Another beautiful pass.
And this time, Abby Sankton getting on the stat sheet. Everything working perfectly for the Griffins to start.
And it's hard to believe that the Cheetahs beat this Grammar team on Friday.
Well, what made it tough for Halifax Grammar was, again, none of the teammates were making other shots, as Ferron still, no one has been able to get a shot inside the cup, and it's already been 6 total shots attempted. Williams down low to Fournier Smith. The left goes in. Fournier Smith now adds to the scoring. 4 different players for Halifax Grammar with points. Sankton leading with 8.
Almost halfway done this first quarter.
That does not fall for Mumberket. And a wrestle almost tied up.
Picked up by Grammar once again.
Abby Sankton running the floor, does have Williams out to the corner, thought about it, drives, goes right, Legier there.
What a play by Legier to keep it in, but she does end up sending it all the way down.
For a backcourt violation. Can't really complain too much as a team, they're shooting above 60% from the floor. Perfect from three-point land thanks to Molly Sankton. Had a friendly roll, that second shot that went in, but for the Cheetahs, it's been tough sledding. Have yet to get any points on the board, and we're already halfway through this first quarter. Sampson, though, talked about it. She's an individual that might have to create some offense for herself.
And she gets called on a travel there.
It looks like, no, they're giving a foul to Sankton, so that's the first foul that we've seen called against either team. As Vardy will take the side out. As they lose it out of bounds, trying to get into the hands of Anderson. Ella Hoyt looking to check back in. Sankton, bounce pass down low. Brings Abby Sankton from distance. Just rolls out. But Molly Sankton gets fouled down low.
Molly Sankton gonna go to the free throw line for the first free throws of this game.
Foul picked up by Kaylin Kolbach.
Hayden checking in for Sampson. Molly Sankton can't bury that first one. Have another chance here.
I will admit it is an early game. Started at 8 o'clock. I might have said that once before already, as Sankton goes 50% from the free throw line. Hope everyone's got their coffee if they're enjoying this early start with us. In my broadcasting career, this is probably the earliest game I've ever called in my entire career. I will say. It is definitely early, as there is another foul on the court against Halifax Grammar.
Well, I'd have to say the same thing, Connor, as my broadcasting career did start last weekend. So See what Mumbercat can get going here.
Yeah, and as you mentioned it too, the interim head coach in for CPA, which probably has changed the dynamic of this game for the Cheetahs when you don't have your leader on the court. Coaching such a huge responsibility for each team, especially when you're molding these young women who are on the court who are trying to not only finish high school but move on to bigger stuff in life with college. It's just tough to not have your leader on the floor.
Couldn't be kept in for Grammer there.
And still a 17-0 game. Fournier Smith in for Malaya Joy Legier. Good pace by Anderson. Mumbercat pass to Colback. Back to Vardy. Guarded by Williams.
Running out of time on the shot clock here.
Good defense.
Anderson needs to shoot.
Halifax Grammar, the runner, too far left. Violation by Anderson, didn't touch rim. Williams does not hesitate on the trigger. After making the first two, they've missed the next 2 3-point shots. This Halifax Grammar team led by a litany of experienced collegiate athletes who have played at the AUS level. Carly Yepes, the head coach for Halifax Grammar, along with assistant coaches Sophia Widmeyer and Justin Holly Legier. Williams, after missing the first one, gets the second one to fall.
And they are on a 20-point run. Cheetahs, 3 minutes remaining in this first quarter. Still none in the bucket. Phenomenal defense from Grammar.
The Grammar putting up a shutout right now, but that is just shut down by Sammy Snow. One of the first times we've actually seen her get playing time in this tournament, coming in day 3, but they have to reach deep to get points, and that works out.
Another deep shot.
Williams again hits the iron. But it ends that 20-0 run that was held. Colback from 3. That's back-to-back 3-point makes for CPA.
And that's the momentum the Cheetahs needed. Still a 14-point deficit, but it has to feel a little bit better knowing that you're starting to hit some shots. And it's obviously better to start hitting shots from behind the 3-point line than a couple layups.
Well, Ethan, at this point for the Cheetahs, they just needed a shot to fall. And when you're able to get back-to-back 3-pointers, you're cutting into the deficit. Instead of being 20, it's only 14. And psychologically, it helps. Just seeing a shot go down, this could change the game for the Cheetahs. Anderson gets fouled. Count it. And 1. That's the fight you want to see if you're CPA.
And just like that, they have a chance to make it an 11-point deficit. Great last 50 seconds for them.
And a timeout taken. And after a 20-0 run, CPA responds with 2 3-pointers and an and-one opportunity for Jordan Anderson as we enter the break, and we'll take that. As you're watching this matchup in this day 3 of this tournament for the D1 Nova Scotia Provincial Championship, we'll step aside and bring you back with more coverage of this first game of the day 3 matchup.
Welcome to the Sancton Group. Founded by Stanley Norman Sancton in St. John, New Brunswick in 1910, the Sancton Group is a 4-generation, family-owned and operated company with divisions operating as Sancton Equipment and Sancton Access. Sancton Access is one of Atlantic Canada's most trusted access contractors who supply, rent, and install scaffolding and other access-related products. We've accomplished exciting and intricate projects for industrial, institutional, and commercial clients throughout Atlantic Canada. Sancton Equipment focuses on the aggregate and paving industry with sales, parts supply, and service.
Well, that 20-second timeout that we took did not matter much. Could have kept it as Anderson completes the three-point play for Halifax Grammar. 9-0 run themselves. The signs of life after it seemed like there was no heartbeat. Ella Hoyt is trying to put the dagger in right back. 7 points for Ella Hoyt, but Molly Sankton has had a 9-point first quarter. Snap the 9-0 run, Mumberket. Nope, too strong.
Time ticking down on that shot clock.
4 seconds. Mumberket open, the same shot missed previously. Comes up short.
Be a violation, not hitting the rim there.
Big stakes for both teams, both competing for their season. One moves on to the bronze medal game. The other one packing their bags and hitting the road, Jack. Hoyt, great ball movement. This Grammar team likes to play 5 out a lot of the time. Hoyt going through all of that. That's a charge. Well, thought it was a charge. Yep, it is. Hoyt too aggressive. It's always tough when you have to make those calls, whether it be a blocking or charging foul as a ref in this league. It's a quick decision, but you do have to give the defensive player the opportunity to establish himself as a defender, and if you can't do that, it's going to be a charging foul majority of the time. And Kolbach loses it out of bounds, trying to drive past Fournier Smith.
And Grammar will have a chance to extend this lead. Just 45 seconds remaining in this first.
And Fournier Smith loses it. Last touch by Halifax Grammar. CPA Allen takes over.
Kept in there by the Cheetahs.
Pass inside, good find. Breton Hayden. We're seeing some players for CPA that have not got much playing time. Sammy Snow hit the first three-pointer of the day for CPA for the first points. Now Breton Hayden with the basket. Hoyt, good pass, ball movement, so crisp for Halifax Grammar. A triple goes in for Williams. Right at the buzzer. And what a first quarter for this team. They're up 26-11. Started with a 20-0 run, followed up by a 9-0 run by CPA. But we still have Halifax Grammar up 26-11 as we head into the second quarter. And we'll keep it here as we have so much more coverage. So not only this 8 o'clock a.m. start time with Grammar and CPA, at approximately 10 o'clock a.m. we'll have CEC taking on Citadel, and we'll have the placement game at 12 o'clock p.m. against Riverview and North Nova. The 2 o'clock p.m. bronze medal game, and that will be determined based on the winner of today's game at 8 o'clock a.m. between Grammar and CPA, and the winner of the bronze medal game at 10 a.m. between CEC and Citadel. But of course, the crowning jewel, the gold medal matchup, Horton versus Halifax West. And when you talk about storylines, Ethan, you want to try to go for a revenge, and Halifax West is looking to do that here in the gold medal matchup to claim the provincial title. Another opportunity to take back what they think they deserve to compete for.
Yeah, and yesterday, West, they struggled a bit in the first half, being down by 5. But as you've seen in that third quarter, they can just absolutely take over a game. Players like Ava McNutt were playing absolutely phenomenal. Olivia Logan, their superstar, even having a weaker game for her standards, still one of their better players. Also, Lyric LePage having a strong game as well.
And stolen by Anderson, pass out in the head to Mumberket.
Couldn't be buried.
So many great, talented players on this roster. And moving forward, as we'll talk a lot about it. Hoyt playing well early on. The second made three-pointer for Hoyt.
And what a
10
pass
points
from Molly Sankton there. They have just been so phenomenal.
And the one thing you could say about Halifax Grammar as a team, as a shot goes up and is misfired by Kolbach, is they pass at a very high level. Each player is always getting it right to the chest and into the shooter's pocket majority of the time. Molly Sankton, that's going in for Molly Sankton, as we hear fans saying, that's going in.
Oh my
She's very
goodness.
confident.
That's the second play in a row where they have been on the left side of the court and given a cross-side court pass, and they have just been wide open, ready to take the three. First time Ella Hoyt, next time Molly Sankton pulling the trigger.
A 6-0 run for Halifax Grammar to start the second quarter, and a foul called on the floor.
Sammy Snow going to step up to the line for the first time of this tournament. Just a minute 16 played in this second quarter so far. Trying to crack away at that deficit. She makes it 20-point deficit now. Second shot from Snow.
Too strong and taken by Zoe Hunter. And Kolbach gets another foul. She's foul trouble, and they'll have to potentially sub her out. At least they keep. Nope. Yep, they are. Blondin coming back in. Yeah, Blondin so far, she had one of the best games to start the tournament, and it's been quiet the last game, day 2, and now day 3. They'll need some points from her down the stretch, along with Sampson.
Yeah, she had lots of attempts in that third and fourth quarter of their matchup yesterday, but really struggled to put any in.
And what relentlessness by Sankton, who misses it. Abby lost control of it. Fournier Smith gets blocked. Blondin wants the contact, but that's a charge. It's 2 charging fouls we've seen go against either offense.
And already 3 fouls on the Cheetahs with 8:09 left in this second quarter.
20-point lead for Halifax Grammar.
Yeah. As if they needed another thing to bite them potentially in the future. Those 3 fouls is not good.
It is raining threes inside the Horton Griffins Gymnasium. Zoe Hunter now getting on the stat sheet. Right now, they've attempted 11 threes, made 8 of them. They're shooting 72% from the 3-point arc. And followed up by Jada Awalt. Back-to-back threes scored by both offenses. The first field goal made by the Cheetahs in the second quarter. Fournier Smith, the runner, no good.
Lots of subs being made here. Choi going to carry it down.
Yeah, so Grammar, they had 105 points yesterday, and they hit 10 three-pointers in the game. They're already at 8, and we're not even through 2 quarters of play. And a foul call. Against Legier.
Team's tied at 3 for fouls.
Sampson accidentally hits her teammate Walt. Try to give her the heads up, but too little, too late. Inbound into Choi. Gets the screen from Blondin. Blondin thought about rolling to the basket, but Choi trying to finish with the left hand. Choi has not been able to get a shot to go down for herself yet. Pass outside, that is wide open for Maddie White. Just off into the hands of Hoyt. Rolls out, Legier on the follow. You bet.
They're dominating in the paint, they're dominating in the three-point line. Hasn't even been close so far in this contest. I thought this was going to be one of the closer matchups of this tournament. Deep shot.
Sampson off to the right. Yeah, Sampson's only taken 2 shots. Haven't found a lot of their scoring inside the paint. Fournier Smith almost passed the 2-part ahead of Abby Sankton. Hoyt wide open for White. Back quickly to Sankton. Goes through everybody. Fournier Smith decides I'll take the 3-point shot. If everyone else is making threes, I should add to it.
Couldn't bury it.
What a
Nice
move from
move.
a Walt. So close from that going in.
Jump ball there. Possession will stay with the Cheetahs.
Lily Elfison checking in for CPA. A lot of Cheetahs getting playing time that we have not mentioned throughout the first 2 days of the tournament. Ferron does not work.
Great job by Choi, but it goes right to Grammer there. Maddie White.
11-point quarter for Halifax Grammar. And a 4-point quarter right now for CPA. Hoyt, the corner triple. The wrestle for it.
Halfway done with this second quarter, 22-point lead for Halifax Grammar.
Legier makes the move, gets it past Blondin. What use of the fake from Legier to get Blondin up in the air. Behind the back from a Walt. Fancy, that's a highlight level play from a Walt. Said, I'll go behind the back with it and a step back.
Yeah, gotta be one of the nicest threes we've seen this weekend. CPA bench was fired up about that one.
That was even a 3, that's even more impressive.
Another 3 there. I believe that was Maddie White. Choi, it seems like every time she's on the court, she's the one carrying it down for the Cheetahs.
They've hit 9 threes in the first half. Blazing, and the foul against White.
Lily Blondin gonna go to the line.
You see on the replay here, but Maddie White, a 5'8" wing from Bedford, Nova Scotia. Basketball, Nova Scotia 2023 U15 championship. 6th place in Calgary. Has a brother Zach White who plays at RNS and brother Sam and Matthias that play at Halifax Grammar. Both good for Blondin.
And you know, with Grammar having 4 fouls and still 4 minutes left in this second quarter, if the Cheetahs can get another one out of them, it might be a huge part of how they could chip away at this big Grammar lead.
Well, they need to slow down Halifax Grammar. They've been getting looks with no one around them, and that's because of the defense that the Cheetahs have been playing. They've been trying to, whoever has the ball, they'll bring multiple defenders in, but when you bring multiple defenders in, it's going to leave shooters open, and that's the way Halifax Grammar loves to play.
Yeah, it seems like every single player on Grammar can be lethal from everywhere, and that is the scary thing. That's one thing I've noticed in the Cheetahs, especially this morning. Some players just don't have the confidence to go at it from.
And speaking of confidence, a Walt having a strong quarter. Already up to 8 points, including 5 in the second. And it's still a 20-point deficit for the Cheetahs, but have to love some of the showcasing ability from Jada Walt, having one of the best performances when the team needs it most.
One thing I was talking about just a second ago, Connor, is that I think that the Cheetahs, they really need to get some more confidence behind that 3-point line. I mean, they had it right when they got that 8-point run, the 2 back-to-back chances right there. Check that, it was a 9-point run. But yeah, if they can start to build some more confidence on the 3-point shots, that might be a way they can chip away at this. I just don't think they've been very good in the paint, and it's what they keep trying to do. There was that good shot right there, right before that timeout call, but still down by 20.
Shout out to our viewers on the YouTube live stream that's produced by Maritime Athletic Profiles. Tuning in for this day 3 of this D1 Girls Basketball Provincials, all competing for the Nova Trophy. Now it's all about placement. Grammer trying to get a chance for bronze.
Almost got the violation there. Barely got in.
Bully ball. She's been a very underrated piece of what this team does. She brings so much effort as Ferron hits rim.
Nice effort by Ferron to try to get that ball back. Kramer gets away though.
Right to Hoyt, who's ready.
Off the mark there. Gets back to her.
Good pass to Legier. Legier fights for it and stays with the white jerseys. As we're talking about Legier, the second chance opportunity, the one comparison I can maybe give her, which is a little bit of a lofty one, Lucy Beaumont for SMU Huskies. Her ability to always go and chase those offensive boards and create extra point opportunities for her teammates is equivalent to what the Legier is doing, as we're seeing right on cue.
Got a note by Choi.
Ferron, that not easy finish, but a good one. The first make for Ferron this morning.
And great job by Choi on that play to get it out of the defensive zone. Kramer had it in there for a good 30 seconds.
And Legier not only doing some post moves, but say, I got a mid-game too.
Yeah, nice shot from the free throw line there.
Ferron, good pass out to the corner to Sammy. That is a second three-pointer made by Sammy Snow.
And you got to wonder, where's Sammy Snow been this tournament?
Well, she hasn't got much playing time, but the time that she's getting, she's taken 2 shots and made both of them. Legier gave herself a heat check.
Vardy got it out there.
And Ferron, a little bit reckless, loses it.
Hoyt driving.
Hoyt gets fouled. Go to the line for 2. Walt committing it. You can see the replay of Hoyt getting fouled.
She knocks that first one down.
Not too much of a foul trouble shooting-wise for both teams. For CPA, they've attempted 3 and made 3. Meanwhile, for Grammer, they've had 4 and made 3 of them, 75%. Hoyt will have a seat with a minute 28 in the second quarter.
Very nice pass to Choi there.
Looks like they got a block from Sancton against Choi. The shot, no good from Brooke Vardy.
Last minute of play in this half.
Deflected, but the deflection goes to Sancton with an unreal and one. Sancton, 9-point first quarter, and follows it up with adding more to the stat sheet. 14 points, leads the team, has a chance to make it 15 points for herself.
Does.
It does.
That's 51 points for Grammar so far in this first half. Picking right up where they left off, and certainly against a much stronger school in CPA. That just shows how good this Grammar team is.
And Molly Sancton, too, only a sophomore, 10th grader in high school, and already doing this at this level at D1. With 2 more years to work and develop as a player, you can only imagine. Because Halifax Grammar, they don't have only one graduating senior that we talked about, Fournier Smith. This team is coming back for a few more years to come, and that is going to be dangerous, especially with Halifax West having a ton of graduates that are competing in the gold medal game. Almost their whole entire starting lineup is moving into college. So that's going to create some opportunities for Halifax Grammar to win provincials next year.
Yeah, teams like Citadel and West both losing lots of seniors. It feels like Grammar and Horton most likely going to be at the top next year, with Fournier Smith and Addie Lockhart being the only players going. Addie Lockhart for Horton is one of their superstars, but even so, just losing one player.
Legier having a nice game. 9 points, a point away with being one of 3 Griffins with 10 points or more. Sancton, along with Hoyt, Legier, all have been positive marks. Anderson gets fouled on the entry. And 2 shots.
And finally, for the first time in this game, 19 seconds remaining. The bonuses have been applied for both teams. First one put in by Anderson. Rebound picked up by Legier.
Grammar can hold for the last shot. They want it. Hoyt, not, but Williams says, yes, my turn. Legier gets offensive board, foul, doesn't give up, and another time, Legier, she does not quit. Legier, as you can see on the replay, that is what a coach loves. When you talk about players that compete, that's a definition of competing at the highest level. Never stopping, no matter if you miss a shot or you make the shot, always finish till the end.
And Legier buries both of those.
She is tied with Ella Hoyt with 12 points. As that concludes this first half of play, a 55-28 lead for Halifax Grammar. They're looking to punch their way into the bronze medal game at 2:00 p.m. and they're on the way to do it with a tremendous performances from Molly Sancton with 15 points, Ella Hoyt, Malaya Joy Legier with 12 points, and looking over for CPA. We've had some contributions from Sammy Snow with 7 points, Jada Walt with 8 points. However, it's been a struggle shooting the ball, and give credit to the Halifax Grammar defense. They've been able to hold them to about shooting 25% from the floor total. They've only hit 3 3-pointers while attempting 12 for 25%, so they hopefully increase some of those percentages and figure out a way to compete against this Halifax Grammar defense. Wraps up this first half as we conclude and head into the second half. We're bringing back more coverage. You're watching this matchup. Day 3, first game between Halifax Grammar and CPA on YouTube live stream produced by Maritime Athletic Profiles. We'll be back with more coverage in just a moment.
The Wade Thompson Group is a proud sponsor of the Boys and Girls Div 1 Provincial Championships hosted at Horton and at Dalhousie this year. Wade Thompson Group provides personalized investment and total wealth planning that brings your vision to life. Check them out today.
High Powered Customs, aka the people that made these sweaters, are the perfect example of why you don't support local because it feels good, but because they have amazing products, a story worth telling, and are central within our community. The team at High Powered Custom is central within our community and sees so much of their clothing on local sports teams and within local charities. Make sure to go give them a follow so that you see their story and reach out if you ever need any kind of merch for your business or organization. And make sure you go support local today.
Welcome to the Sancton Group. Founded by Stanley Norman Sancton in St. John, New Brunswick in 1910, the Sancton Group is a four-generation, family-owned and operated company with divisions operating as Sancton Equipment and Sancton Access. Sancton Access is one of Atlantic Canada's most trusted access contractors who supply, rent, and install scaffolding and other access-related products. We've accomplished exciting and intricate projects for industrial, institutional, and commercial clients throughout Atlantic Canada. Sancton Equipment focuses on the aggregate and paving industry with sales, parts supply, and service for customers throughout Eastern Canada. Above all, on all of our projects and locations, health and safety is our top priority.
The Wade Thompson Group is a proud sponsor of the Boys and Girls Div 1 Provincial Championships hosted at Horton and at Dalhousie this year. Wade Thompson Group provides personalized investment and total wealth planning that brings your vision to life. Check them out today.
And welcome back, everyone, to the start of the third quarter of the first game of the final day of this D1 tournament for the provincial title. A reminder, folks, the winner of this game moves on to the bronze medal game at 2 o'clock p.m. And for the loser, they'll not move on and will be out of town. That's a great sign from Choi. Held scoreless in the first half. Opens up with a three-pointer.
And Choi, her first points of this game, hit a big three as well in that fourth quarter in that close loss yesterday to Horton.
A shot from Sankton. Abby Sankton to be exact. That is good. First one for Abby Sankton. That is 10 three-pointers made by Halifax Grammar.
Another three.
If they're on. Rebound! Just short. Has yet to hit gold with that one for Ferron as Hoyt
Good
comes up
rebound
short the
control
runner.
there by Lily Blondin.
And a backcourt.
Missed pass by Sampson to Choi there. Grammar going to take over. Seemed like both teams kind of picked up where they left off yesterday. Not in a good way for the Cheetahs, where they struggled in their last two quarters of their game. For Grammar, they scored over 100 points in theirs, scoring 50 in the first half. There is potential if they can keep up the pace they did.
Ball goes up and out of play, still stays with CP Allen. And Legier will come out, Maddie White in. You know, fun fact about Maddie White, wants to play ball at the next level, but also wants to be a doctor.
Too little, too late there for Lily Blondin.
It has not been the best day for Lily Blondin. She has gone to the free throw line once, but that's where all her points have come from. You can see they're playing a form of a 2-3 zone, but they'll bring an extra defender, try to get the ball to hands, but it leaves plays like that for Sankton potentially to get it as a foul called on the floor. Sankton called for a push.
And that's the first foul of this second half. Lily Blondin going to take it right in front of her bench. Giving it Choi there.
And what a shot from Sampson. Been cold, but that is a huge play from Sampson. You see on the replay here, and that was enough touch with the right hand from Sampson, the 25-26 St. Mary's recruit and commit. Trying to finish off this three-point play.
Buries that one.
Still a 24-point deficit for the Cheetahs to overcome. And too aggressive from Vardy. Both teams have to be careful. A few fouls by both teams early. Wide open at the corner. Williams rebounded by Vardy. And a travel. And what you notice about Halifax Grammar, Ethan, from what I've been able to see defensively, so you see the Cheetahs when they try to set up screens, the ability for Halifax Grammar to communicate and also pass off to change defenders, that's what makes them such a tough team to try and score against, because the communication levels between the guards and the whole team is on point, where they're able to say, okay, a screen's coming, you take the defender. They're very impressive. They're on, and that's a charge.
And the foul's even here at 2 apiece.
Heard a fan say all night long. I go, it's all morning long actually, but maybe the coffee hasn't kicked in yet. That's all right. The shot from Williams. White there to pick it up. Missed.
One thing the Cheetahs certainly have improved on in this third quarter is their rebound control under the rim.
Ferron, dribble moves, foul on the inside. I think White's picking that one up. This could be something that is interesting. Vinny's storyline the third quarter is if Grammer keeps fouling this way, it's going to send CPA to the line, and they have shot 83% from the line throughout this game as a timeout is taken, and we'll keep it here.
Yeah, I believe it's Gabrielle Ferron going to step up to the line here, and that's 2 drives in a row that she's had pushing down this court where she just drives right to the rim. See if she can get something going at the free throw line here. See that again on the replay.
Yeah, some of the highlight plays from the first half and third quarter. And Molly Sankton with the 15-point first half. Legier with 12 points in the first half on top of that. Sankton, who did get fouled on that to complete the and-one opportunity. And Legier, who has been just a menace on the boards. It's been tough for CPA to be able to box out Legier. And what we've noticed throughout the tournament is a lot of teams, they have the ability to get these second, third, and sometimes fourth chance to score. But you have to capitalize on open shots. We joked about before in the previous broadcast, like armchair basic basketball knowledge is just you have to make the shots when they're available to you.
And Gabrielle Ferron can't make that first available shot. Trying to cut down this 24-point deficit. Gets the second one here.
Hoyt, so good with the left hand. There are times where she'll score multiple points just using the left hand.
And what a screen there under the paint by Fournier Smith. Opened up the lane for Hoyt to get in there and make that layup.
Trying to get the cutting Blondin, stolen by Fournier Smith.
Yeah, speaking of her, another big play.
Hoyt, what a delivery to Fournier Smith. Fouled on the shot. Blondin with the foul.
She's everywhere right now. Stepping up to the free throw line. Up 60-35 with 5:30 remaining here in this third quarter. Sinks the first one. Lots of changes being made here for the Cheetahs.
Monberquette, Anderson, Hayden, a Waltz, Snow on the floor for CPA. Walt had 8 points in the first half, including the behind the back step back three. Pass goes wide out of play for Monberquette, the intended recipient of the pass. Zoe Hunter checking in for Ella Hoyt. Maddie White, ton of daylight, misses Fournier Smith. Misses it, but Maddie White gets it. Extra chance. And Sankton. It's good for Sankton. But that was all because of the extra play from Maddie White. stolen away by Sankton. No call there, missed, followed by Williams. Sankton finally gets it back to Fournier-Smith, the spin move. A lot of contact from Anderson, no call. Pass up ahead to Momberquette. A lot of jerseys surrounding. And White with the steal.
Huge play by Matty White there.
Sankton made one just a second ago. Back-to-back three-pointers made by Abby Sankton, leading the charge in the third quarter for Halifax Grammar. They have now hit 12 three-pointers, which is a high for them in this tournament. I don't know about the regular season. We don't have those numbers, but what a shooting display from the Griffins.
Yeah, that is over half of their points coming from three-pointers. Absolutely phenomenal from behind the three-point line today. And it seems like every time they're in the offensive zone, they have at least 4 players behind that three-point line. It's like that's all they're going for. And even sometimes they have 5. It seems like it's rare that their play design is going to the paint right now. But even there, they've been very consistent.
And Halifax Grammar, too, shooting 54% from three-point land and shooting 90.91% from the free throw line. We have less than 4 minutes to go. Third quarter. Halifax Grammar in complete control of this game. The shot does not go for Bretton Hayden. Fournier-Smith loses it. And a foul against Fournier-Smith.
Fournier-Smith going to check out. Carly Williams in now.
A little bit of a smaller lineup on the floor for Halifax Grammar without Fournier-Smith. It gives a chance for Sammy Snow to go inside the paint, loses the handle. A waltz there to pick it up, fouled. Williams.
She'll get 3 chances here at the line.
A 33-point lead currently for the Griffins against the Cheetahs. A lot of the damage coming from back in the first quarter where they went up 20-0. The Cheetahs trying to get back into it with a 9-0 run, but looking back that first quarter might have been too little too late. As the Walt only gets 1 free throw to go of the 3. Hunter down inside of Williams. A ton of bodies, just throws up a shot hoping that it goes in. Anderson, that tough make through all the bodies. 6 points for Anderson.
Great job by her to just drive through the middle.
Abby Sankton, good screen from White to set up the corner 3 for Sankton. Did hit 2 in this third quarter. And Sankton with the steal, doing it all, passing up ahead to Maddie White. Stops on a dime and shoots it home.
That's their 70th points of the night.
No stranger to scoring in bunches.
Anderson now. Drives again.
Just short. Williams. Carter Williams trying to look for her sister. And it gets back, it was tipped out of play. Sankton, that is good. 3 3-pointers made by Sankton. It was Molly Sankton in the first half. Now it's been all Abby Sankton in the second half. 13 3-pointers made. Farron off target.
Another chance here for Grammer.
That's good for Williams. I guess for Sankton that was not a 3, that was a 2. And Williams trying to go for back-to-back makes.
London to Choi now.
Hallback does get fouled. And for Callback, had those 3 personal fouls in the first half, so one of the reasons why I've not been able to play at all much in the second half.
Shot here. Stolen away there. Great job by Farron.
Farron just misses it.
Jump ball.
With 15.7 seconds to go in the third quarter. And still have one more quarter to go. Halifax Grammar trying to go back-to-back games with hitting the century mark in points. And Choi
couldn't bury that one. Deep pass. 3.
Hunter trailing. He hits the rim at the buzzer. And there we have it. Another spectacular quarter for Halifax Grammar. They able to score 20 points in the third quarter. As still have CPA down significantly to Halifax Grammar. Talking about some of the key players. Really, Abby Sankton stepped up quite a bit in the third quarter, bearing a few 3-pointers and shots, already 13 points. It was mostly her show that, along with Aaliyah Williams with 9 points, had a good outing in the third quarter. And for CPA, you saw some plays from Choi getting on the board to start the quarter, Colback getting involved, Lily Blondin struggling still a little bit here in this second half, expect a little bit more, but as they take a break after this third quarter, we'll take that break as well. Still watching this matchup on YouTube live stream, produced by Maritime Athletic Profiles between Grammar and CPA. Bring it back with the fourth quarter here in a moment.
Oh.
Back very quickly here.
Not much of a break as we head into the fourth quarter. Grammer trying to get to that bronze medal game, and they look like they're on the path to do it. Zoe Hunter missed the first shot in this possession. Tries the second one, does not go.
Rebound picked up by Brooke Vardy.
Momberquette. Vardy goes down low. The footwork, patience, good. Ralphson. It was only an 11-point quarter for CPA in the third. Matched the same output they had in the first quarter.
Vardy gave it off to Momberquette there at the point.
And CPA violation as Momberquette even confused. Thought they had more time.
Carly Williams.
The pass to Hunter again, seeking the triple. Only made the one back in the first half. They're on that very tough moving to your left to try and get it, and a jump ball. And unfortunately for Ferron, it's not been the ideal game. Only 3 points. A lot of shots have been attempted. None of them have been able to go all the way down. The shot by Vardy goes up and in. Crashing the floor, Sancton. A couple players go on to the court. And we'll step aside here briefly and bring you back with more coverage of the fourth quarter. And welcome back here, folks. Quick timeout. Halifax Grammar up by 32.
Just 4 seconds on the shot clock here.
Williams, the bounce pass to White. And a turnover for Halifax Grammar.
Grammar struggling to score this quarter. Luckily, they already have that 32-point lead still. Still playing solid defense so far.
and still continues to be an off night for Farron. Well, off morning. And Fournier Smith didn't mean to hit Farron that hard.
Nevertheless, gets called there. First foul this quarter.
Second free throw made for Farron this morning.
And that's the third right there.
Pass out to Monberquette. Vardy loses it.
Kramer going to take back over.
Interestingly enough, for Grammer, they have not scored any points in this fourth quarter. Been on a scoring drought close to 3 minutes. Meanwhile, it's a 5-point quarter for the CPA team.
Hunter couldn't bring in that pass, allowing the Cheetahs to take back over. Nice job by Monberquette getting it back to the point there.
And that finally goes in for Farron, and a timeout taken wisely by Halifax Grammar. And still, right at 2 minutes and 59 seconds, Halifax Grammar has not scored, and CPA, they're down by a lot, but they're still fighting for their bronze medal chances. We'll step aside with this timeout and bring you back with more fourth quarter game one action of this third day of this provincial tournament.
Welcome to the Sancton Group. Founded by Stanley Norman Sancton in St. John, New Brunswick in 1910, the Sancton Group is a 4-generation, family-owned and operated company with divisions operating as Sancton Equipment and Sancton Access. Sancton Access is one of Atlantic Canada's most trusted access contractors who supply, rent, and install scaffolding and other access-related products. We've accomplished exciting and intricate projects for industrial, institutional, and commercial clients throughout Atlantic Canada. Sancton Equipment focuses on the aggregate and paving industry with sales, parts supply, and service for customers throughout Eastern Canada. Above all, on all of our projects and locations, health and safety is our top priority.
And welcome back. 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Should give us some time to thank our co-partner for the broadcast, Eastlink Community TV, for helping out with this matchup, working with Maritime Athletic Profiles, a joint effort to provide you the bronze medal games here, as long as a gold medal game, to see who will be crowned the next provincial champion for D1 girls basketball.
And going to be another foul called there on Grammar.
Always laughed when you do commentary. Sometimes you have to read actual sponsorships. And one of my favorite things a commentator would say is like, now it's time to bills, time to pay the bills, and we'll give a shout to our few sponsors. The pass was trying to find Elfson. Doesn't work. Grammar, no points up to this point. Hoyt's been chilling on the bench, and I don't think she's going to come back out for the rest of this fourth quarter unless it gets within 15 or less.
Yeah, and Legier as well, sitting there in a jacket. Same with Ella Hoyt as well. Just Molly Sancton and Maddie White sitting there on the bench, still in their jerseys.
Yeah, Molly Sancton did have a little bit of a spill in the fourth quarter, but seems to be okay, is back on the bench with her teammates, so a welcome sign. Huge part of the reason why this team is up the way they are is Monberquette offline. Good pass up ahead to Williams. 11 points for Williams. That was the first shot she made that wasn't a three-pointer.
And that was Grammer's first points of this quarter.
And it was almost over 4 minutes and 30 seconds before that basket was made, as Sampson looking to come in along with Blondin. Maddie White in for Carly Williams.
Mumberket and Vardy going to check out. Ferron.
The bounce to Sampson, gets fouled by Fournier Smith. Yeah, Sampson trying to go through Fournier Smith, who crashes down with the left hand, and Sampson with the contact has a chance for 2 free throws.
And just like that, Carly Williams back on the court after another Fournier Smith foul.
Yeah, Fournier Smith, 4 fouls.
Speaking of 4 fouls, that's also how much fouls Grammer has with still 5:15 remaining in this quarter, close to the bonus for CPA here.
And double dribble. No. 11-2 start in the fourth quarter. With CPA having their best performance, but also that's with Ella Hoyt on the bench, along with Molly Sancton and Malia Joy-Legier. Fair on, that was a good move. And that's been the story for CPA a little bit throughout this game, is having some of those chances, being tightly contested, and having it, just missing it, unfortunately.
And Blondin gets fouled there, and the bonus has been applied for the Cheetahs. 2 shots. Sinks that first one. Yeah, this is a run they certainly needed, but it would have been a lot harder to get, as you mentioned, Connor, with players such as Sancton and Hoyt being on the bench. Still have Abby Sancton out there, who takes the ball.
That really strong third quarter finish. 2 different Sanktons, both sisters. They've poured on the points when the team needed them. There's the finish from Zoe Hunter. And a timeout taken. So that timeout taken, and we'll take it as well, as we're approaching the conclusion of this first game and this third day of this Nova Scotia girls basketball provincials. We'll step aside and then bring you back to wrap it up. Sankton with an inbound pass. Out of the timeout, Sankton right back. Oh, it's been money all day long for Sankton. 4 3-pointers made. It's 14 threes. For Halifax Grammar, not enough words to describe the play as Sampson takes a deep three with that caught nothing but air.
Tyler Williams now.
Ball movement, no matter who's on the floor. As Ferron with the reach in.
Can't be kept in there for Carly Williams. And you mentioned earlier Molly Sankton and Abby Sankton, but it's hard not to have chemistry when you have 2 Sanktons and you have 2 Williams on one team.
Really well coached basketball team. Very close to beating Halifax West in the Metro League title game. And I'm sure they wanted revenge, trying to compete for the gold medal and provincial title. Brilliant pass up ahead to Williams. What can you say about this team? Pinpoint accuracy and precision all morning from Halifax Grammar as they'll move on to the bronze medal game at 2:00 p.m. They'll wait the winner of the game from CEC and Citadel. Ferron transition, fast break, basket, no. That goes second time around for Ferron.
Good job getting her own rebound there.
Ferron, the only player to reach 10 points or more after that made shot. White doesn't go flush. Sankton up ahead to Williams. Williams having a strong finish in the game, 15 points.
Yeah, it looks like they found their fourth quarter momentum now. 11 points.
5 different players in double figures in points. All around team effort. A huge turnaround, and they've gotten revenge over CPA after they took the first game away from them. Move from Zoe Hunter, beautiful. The patience, she's done that a few times throughout this tournament where she's just able to use her footwork and let a body go flying past her for a wide open shot.
Julia Sampson. Can't bury that one.
Now Sampson's taken a few three-pointers and have not gone down for herself. Only made 1 shot from the floor, does have 5 points. Maddie White, corner. Blondin. No basket, double dribble on Blondin.
Just 45 seconds remaining in this contest.
Hunter, that's good for Hunter. Second made three-pointer.
For number 3 right there.
15 three-pointers made, they're shooting 50%. Just incredible. It's going to be tough, no matter if it's CEC or Halifax. Citadel High. It's going to be tough. You're asking a lot. They're playing very well offensively, well defensively, and they're hitting their stride at the right moment. Blondin gets her own miss and put back. Halifax Grammar will dribble it out. Halifax Grammar moves on to the bronze medal game. As we mentioned, they'll await the winner of the upcoming game, take place in about 30 minutes between the CEC Cougars and Citadel High Phoenix, which will be calling the game for myself, Connor, and Ethan will be on the call for that one and the rest of the games. Again, they'll have the 12 o'clock p.m. for the placement game, which will be between Riverview and North Nova. Bronze medal game that Grammar High just able to punch their ticket into. And the 4 o'clock p.m. gold medal game for the provincial title rematch of last year, Horton High versus Halifax West High. And as we wrap it up a little bit, we do want to give a shout out to some of the players for CPA, the seniors. That is more than likely the last time they'll be in a CPA Cheetah uniform. Brenton Hayden, one of the graduating seniors. Julia Sampson ends her career with the Cheetahs, will move on to commit and play for the SMU Huskies next year. And Cindy Thompson, who also in her last game. So want to shout to those 3 seniors before we conclude this broadcast. And as we do a quick recap, really look back at that first quarter for Halifax Grammar. They went up 20-0, and that seemed to really be too much. CPA could not overcome it. The 3-point shooting was a barrage for Halifax Grammar, hitting 15 threes. They got contributions from both Sanctons, Molly Sancton with 15, Abby Sancton with 16, Aaliyah Williams with 15, Ella Hoyt with 14, Malaya Joy Legier with 12. It was an all-around tremendous team effort from Grammar High that helped them get this win over CPA. And for CPA, leading scorer Gabrielle Ferron, not the best morning shooting for her, but you had players, Sammy Snow getting some playing time. You have Jada Walt who had a couple of highlight plays. There we have it. So that's going to conclude this game 1 of this day 3 of the tournament. Again, shout out again to Eastlink Community TFA for co-partnering with Maritime Athletic Profiles to help set up this final day of this D1 Girls Basketball Provincials hosted by Horton High School. We'll take a break and bring you back with the bronze medal semifinal between CEC and Citadel High in just a moment.